Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to GK session. First of all, Happy New Year to all. Today we are going to learn lesson number 28, Holy Temples, and lesson number 29, the Ancient Epic. First, we can learn lesson number 28, Holy Temples. Temple construction in India started nearly 2000 years ago and marked the transition of Hinduism from the Vedic religion. India has many magnificent temples which stand gloriously. So here given some of the temples, and we have to read the description and find out the name of the temple. And in India, you know that India is very famous for its cultural heritage, and these temples construction started in India 2000 years ago, when it's started from Hinduism from the Vedic religion, transition of Hinduism from Vedic religion. Earlier it was Vedic religion, after that it has transformed to Hinduism. And India is having many magnificent temples. So let us see one by one here. First one, this temple is located in Andhra Pradesh. It is also known as the Temple of Seven Hills. So this is the temple, and it is known as Venkateshwara Temple, and it is at Andhra Pradesh, and this temple is also known as Temple of Seven Hills. Let us move on to the next one. Next one is Dakshineshwar Temple, and it is situated on the eastern bank of the Hooghly River in Kolkata and is dedicated to goddess Kali. So here Dakshineshwar Temple, it is at Calcutta and it is situated at the eastern bank of Hooghly River, and the goddess in this temple is the goddess worshipped here is Kali, and its name is Dakshineshwar Temple. And the third one, you can see here the Badrinath Temple, and this temple is situated along the Alakananda River in Uttarakhand. It is dedicated to Lord Vishnu. So the god worshipped here is Lord Vishnu, and the name of the temple is Badrinath Temple, and it is at Uttarakhand. Next one is very famous temple, that is Kashi Vishwanath Temple, and this is located on the western bank of Ganges in Varanasi, UP, Uttar Pradesh. It is dedicated to Lord Shiva. So Kashi Vishwanath Temple, the Lord here is Lord Shiva, and it is on the western bank of Ganga in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh. You can see the fifth temple here, which is Rameshwaram Temple, and it is in Tamil Nadu, and it is famous for its 1219 meter long pillared corridor. Its corridor is 1209 meter long, and it is famous for that corridor, and it is at Tamil Nadu, and the name of the temple is Rameshwaram Temple. Sixth temple shown here is Jagannath Temple, which is at Puri, and it enshrines the wooden images of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra. So this Jagannath Temple is situated at Puri. Next one, seventh one given here is Sri Krishna Temple, which is in Kerala, and this is located in Guruvayur, Kerala. It enshrines the youth form of Lord Krishna. In this temple, it is worshipped. Lord Krishna is worshipped here, is the god here, and it is at Kerala. It's known as Sri Krishna Temple. And the last one is Konark Sun Temple, and this temple is dedicated to Lord Surya, the sun god. It is located in Konark. So last one, it is Konark Temple, which is dedicated to Lord Surya or sun god, and it is at Konark. Here given a file of fact, the Rameshwaram Temple has 22 wells. The water from each well tastes different from the other. So this is a interesting thing, that in Rameshwaram Temple there are 22 wells, and the water from each well tastes differently. Okay, now let us move on to the next lesson. Next lesson is the Ancient Epic. The Mahabharata is an ancient Indian epic written in Sanskrit. The story is about Pandavas and Kauravas. The epic is around 5152 years old and the longest epic poem known. So this is about Mahabharata, and Mahabharata was an ancient Indian epic, and this is about the Pandavas and Kauravas and about the Mahabharata youth war. Okay, or otherwise World War I. Okay, so given below is the table showing Pandavas family. Here you know that Pandavas means there are 5 brothers, and it is related to the Pandavas family. Here given about the 5 Pandavas and their details, family details. You can see here the Pandavas name here. First one is Sudhishthira, second Bhima, third Arjuna, fourth one is Nagula, and the younger one is Sahadeva. And all are having more than one wives. You can see here wives wives of these Pandavas, and this Draupadi is the wife of all these 5 Pandavas. Okay, so Yudhishthira is having Draupadi as his wife as well as Devika, and Yudhishthira and Draupadi have a son named Pradivindya, and Yudhishthira and Devika has their son named Yandeya. And next one was Bhima, next Pandava, and his first wife is Draupadi, and he have 2 other wives that are Hidimba and Balandara. And this Bhima and Draupadi had a son Sustoma. Then from Hidimba, Bhima is having Gadodkacha and one more son, that is Sarve. So here given the name of the wives and the name of the son. You can see Arjuna's wives are Draupadi, Subhadra, Chitrangada and Ulupi, as well as Nagula is also having 2 wives, Draupadi and Karenumali, and Sahadeva also Draupadi and Vijaya, and all are having these many sons also. So first question is, how many sons did Draupadi have? You can see Draupadi was the wife of all these 5 Pandavas, and she had 5 sons. So from Yudhishthira she had Pradivindya, like that she is having Pradivindya, Sustoma, Srukurti, Satnik and Sutsen as 5 sons. So the number of sons Draupadi had are 5. All these were dead during the Mahabharata Yuddha. Next one, which Pandava has 4 wives? You can see here these are the Pandavas, and this Arjuna is having 4 wives. So Arjuna had 4 wives. So write the answer Arjuna here. Next one, Gadotkacha was the son of Bhima. You can see here Gadotkacha was the son of Bhima. So what was the name of his mother? His mother's name is Hidimba. So you can write the answer Hidimba here. Next one, Subhadra's grandson was Parikshit, who sat on the throne after Yudhishthira. Who was Parikshit's father? So you can see here Subhadra is here. Subhadra's grandson name is Parikshit. So Subhadra's son name is Abhimanyu. So Abhimanyu will be the father of Parikshit. So the answer is Abhimanyu. All these Abhimanyu all died in the war, Mahabharata war. So only the one who sat after Yudhishthira left the throne. So after the war, after Yudhishthira, Parikshit sat on that throne, and Parikshit's father name was Abhimanyu. Last question is, who was Suhotra's father? You can see here Suhotra is here, and his father's name is Sahadeva. So write the name Sahadeva here. Okay. So who is the author of Mahabharata? Next question is, who is the author of Mahabharata? Answer is Vedavyasa. Write the answer Vedavyasa in this box provided. Okay, so we have completed lesson number 28 and 29. Let us wind up the session for today. Let us continue the next lesson in the next session. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.